guys, welcome in. I'm glad that you're here. Today what we're going to do is we're going to do a chain, okay? Which is how most crochet projects start. You start with a chain or you start with a magic ring. So you're going to do the slip stitch however you do the slip stitch. The way I do my slip stitch is kind of like the same way that I begin my magic ring or circle. So I just hold my yarn like this, I bring it over like this, I bring it over like this, and then I just go like this and I just pull that out. So I'll do that again. It's easy, but there's so many ways of doing it. But I just basically just start basically the same way every time. That's just what I do. So once you have a slip stitch on your hook, however you get there, okay, then we're gonna yarn over, okay? So we have the yarn over the hook, and then we're going to just pull that loop through that hole, through that chain. Then we're going to go ahead and yarn over again and pull it through, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over and pull it through. Okay, now something to keep in mind is you don't want your chain to be tight, because if your chain is too tight, when you start your first row, your work will be tight. If you don't want your chain to be tight. I am a tight crocheter, so a lot of times it just comes natural to me to just make my chain tight, right? So what I do, I will use a hook a size bigger. So like this is a 4.5 size hook. I would go with a 5 or a 5.5 hook. And that way my chain is looser and I don't have to like really think about it. And then you chain as many as you need, okay? That's how you start your project if you're starting with a chain and a specific number. Row 1, okay? We would be working back into the chain. And to work into the chain, you can choose to insert your hook on the back ridge, my first chain right here, my second chain right here, my third chain, right? So 1, 2, 3. These are my chains. Okay, so to start crocheting back into the chain, you can do the crochet in the back ridge. So this is how we're going, right? So if you turn this, you see these little lumps right here, these little lumps. Those would be the back ridge. So if I wanted to crochet into the back ridge, I would basically, there's my chain, I would basically have to kind of turn it, right? So that I can get into that back loop, and then I would go into that loop, okay? Yarn over, pull it through, then yarn over, and complete my single crochet, okay? And so then there's my next loop, and then I would go into my next loop, which is the back ridge, okay? So I would go in there and I would go ahead and complete my stitch. And I'm going to do a tutorial on the single crochet and the other stitches as well. This is just showing you working into the chain. So you have where you can go into the back ridge, which is what we're doing, which is those lumps. A lot of people believe that, you know, it makes a prettier finish. I don't work into the back ridges just because I'm a tight crocheter and I have to work slowly, working my way back into those ridges, like forcing my way in there. So I choose not to work in the ridges, but I will show you. This is this is what the chain looks like. So it's, that would be your first row, and it's nice and pretty and neat. It does look good, right? The other option, I guess I'll leave that and go continue. The other option is you crochet into the chain. And so when you crochet into this chain, okay, you're going to go and you're going to put your hook into, you have what looks like a V, like this, your stitch. So it goes like this, right? So it looks like that. So I'm going to go into it, right? But I'm not going to pick up just this one loop. I'm not going to pick up just that one loop. When I go into my stitch, okay, I'm going to go in like right in the middle of my stitch, and I'm picking up the 2 loops, and then I'm going to complete my stitch. So I'm going into the stitch right there, and I'm picking up, my hook is under, I'm not picking up, my hook is under both those loops. Okay, I'm going to then complete my stitch. So I'm going to go into the next one. So there's the V, okay? I'm going to go in there that I'm picking up both those stitches, or both those loops, excuse me, and I'm going to complete my stitch. And then I'm going to continue the same thing so you see what it looks like, right? So I'm going to go right in here into the stitch, and you see my hook is going right under those 2 loops. Right under those 2 loops, right? And then I'm going to complete my stitch. I'm going to go again right there and complete my stitch. And so I'm going to show you. So here is where we did the back ridge. And it looks nice. Then we skipped the stitch, okay? And then we started doing where we're just going into the chain under the top 2 strands of yarn, right? And if you look there, you see you have your nice V, nice and neat. Now, when we just went under the 2 strands, we don't have the V's. I mean, it's not bad, it's just different. So there's no, there's no V. It's just a strand. But they both look good. They both look good. The back strand one, I must admit, looks, I would have to say, the best out of these 2. But it does take a little while to get into those. But then something else that is done is where you just go into the top loop. You insert and you just pick up the 1 and you do your stitch. And I'm just going to show you what that looks like. So if you just go into your chain and you just pick up the 1 strand, you're left with these holes. And so if that's the look that you're going for and you want those little holes, then, that may work for you, just going into the 1 strand, right? Okay, so right here, just to give you a closer look, this is the back ridge only. So of course that's the top. The tops are all going to look the same, but then the underside with the back ridge only, that's what the underside looks like. Okay? We picked up the 2 loops. Again, the top looks the same. The bottom looks like this. And then when we picked up the 1 loop only, top looks the same. bottom looks like this. And you can see the tiny little holes. You can see the light coming through, but these are the tiny little holes from the chain. And depending how, how big your hook is, or how loose your tension is, those bottom holes would be bigger. But there you have it. So I hope that you have enjoyed this. I hope that you have learned something from it. Please remember to go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and click the all so that you get notified every time I drop a new video. I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day till I see you again.